Shan Prakshanana. You're the one who was teaching me how to do Shan Prakshanana. I still don't know how to call it. Otherwise, you're doing great.
Yes.
Are you able to hear us? Oh, okay, good. Now, I want it to be a free way of expression, where we're not following some laws or all these things start. How did you realize that you had cancer, and how much did it affect you psychologically, then physically? Because I know when I first saw you, the first actually, I can tell you the truth. I was feeling like, no, God has to do something for this lady. The first meeting I saw you, you are not yourself. You are not the Hetal I have here today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a little relaxed way. No, nothing so much official. Yeah, something like that, so that people can also, sometimes when we are sharing, some people see our face and they're like, these people are just angry. Why are they not happy? But then when we are relaxed, yeah, relaxation is very even communicating. So to you, Hetal Shah, this is just English. We don't have a problem. All of us are conversant with English.
Yes. Frederick, it's cutting in between. I can't hear you all the time.
Sometimes you're not hearing me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So can we start with one question at a time? At what point did you realize that you had cancer? It was which
I was
type of cancer was it?
I was facing a very bad relationship. I had severe pressure of being self-independent. I had a severe pressure of being a good mother. And I had two small children. My daughter was only 2 years old. My son was 8 years old. So it was, no, he was 10 years old. So it was very difficult because I wanted to give priority to my children also, to my house also, to my work also. So there was no priority in my life for myself. And my family relationship with my husband, now ex-husband, was also very bad at that time. So I was all the time telling, I cannot cope up with it. I cannot cope up with this. It is too much stress. It is too much stress everywhere. But I wanted somebody else to help me out. There is actually nobody can help you. You have to help yourself. But and one fine day, I suddenly had my breasts were very hard and it started paining very badly. And I went to the doctor and the doctor said immediately go for MRI and all the tests, because she sensed it in the sonography itself that it is cancer. She had seen 5 notes. And then it came out that I was between stage 2 and stage 3 of cancer. And the cancer had already spread to my lymph nodes. So my lymph nodes also had to be removed. My operation went well, but after that I had a booster radiotherapy. And my body could not take up so many radiations because my body is very sensitive, not used to medicines and all. And the whole left side was burned from inside. I could hardly breathe. I could hardly talk to people, because even if I talk for 10 to 15 minutes, I have heart palpitations. I have problem breathing. I have very shallow breathing and I need to relax. I could not walk much. I could not talk much, and working was not possible for me. From outside, I used to look very fit, but from inside, I was totally finished. And it took me 6 years to come out completely out of this situation.
Wow.
But I'm very, 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 very thankful that I had cancer. If I wouldn't have cancer, I would never have loved myself. Because my idea about loving myself is loving others and they have to love me. That is what I had been brought up with. in my culture, that give, sacrifice for others, for the family, for the children, and then you will get back. And that is very good, that is our culture, and that is wonderful. And it's only that when you fall into some chronic disease, then everybody will tell you that you should have taken care of yourself and this and that. But what is taking care of yourself? When we say love yourself or taking care of yourself, what is doing that? Still so many people don't know what is taking care of themselves. I never knew what is taking care of myself, because I think taking care of myself is pampering myself, either going for a spa or doing some hair treatment, or having some ice cream, or some pampering you with a nice movie or a restaurant. That is self love. But it took me long to understand being having, like, loving yourself is respecting yourself, not overburdening yourself with work, um, taking time for yourself, and taking time for yourself not to go out for a movie, but to do things, small little things, like going for a walk, going for doing some breathing exercises in the morning. That is taking time for yourself. I used to do that, but it was all a burden for me. When I had joined Elitom, I told him, I have such a hectic schedule. And then again, 1 hour in the morning, again, I have to remove time for yoga and meditation. And again at night, when you are dead tired, again, you have to remove time for meditation. It's too much work for me. So removing time for yourself is work, and removing time for others, that is your duty. So that's how I was loving myself. But it took me a lot of time to understand what is loving myself. Once I understood that, and I had created my cancer. Cancer doesn't happen like that. Cancer happens with our thoughts. Any disease happens with our thoughts. So it happened with my thoughts, my negative thinking, or my blaming, or my critic, which I had been doing, or my being a victim. And no, everybody else is not understanding me. I am the victim. I am a victim because I'm allowing myself to be a victim. I always allowed myself to be a victim, and I always cribbed about it. So, and I was not strong enough to stand for myself, but I learned in the process to do everything. And today, at least, I am proud of myself that I am independent mentally, physically, and financially. And it was a very big thing for me, because mentally and physically, over a period of time, 4 to 5 years, I had become independent. But financially, I was not independent. And then this Corona came, and yoga and uh, uh, this Ayurveda and everything was not working so well, and I didn't know how to go about. But Elitom taught me that if you have financial crisis, you have created it. It's all in your mind, and only you can come out of it. And you won't believe it, Frederick. I want to share with you. I had too many debts. My car was going away because it was on lease and it was 9 years old. My house was on auction. I didn't know. I was ready for any car what was available to me, but I trusted God, and I said something good is going to happen. Whatever is going to happen, it's going, something good is going to happen. Yes, I have a lot of faith in God, and I believe in God. And I said everything is going to be positive. Everything is going to be positive. You won't believe it. The auto house owner, he comes and he tells me, all your debts what are there for the car. I actually had a car accident in 2018, and the insurance didn't pay for the accident, and I had a 15,000 euro damage. So that 15,000 euro I had to pay from my own pocket, which I couldn't pay. So after 4 years, he said, we'll take off the car. I was ready for that, but then I didn't have any car, and I live in a hill where there is nothing to buy. And so without car, it's not possible for me to survive. And then this owner comes and says, I'll sell off this car and all the other debts are gone. We'll start new. I'm giving you a new car, and
Wow.
you pay rent for it. He said, first take a loan for it. But because my ex-husband never paid his debts on time, so nobody is willing to pay me any loan. Okay, so now I am not getting any loan, and I was totally depressed, but I had faith in God, and I said, whatever will happen, I am ready for everything. Even if I have to go on the street, I'm ready for everything. God will take care of me. God will take care of me. And you won't believe it. He said, okay, this much money every month you will have to pay, and take a brand new car. And first I didn't know, when it was on loan, I said, I want a red color car. And he said, no, it's more expensive. So I said, no, then I don't want it. I don't want anything which is expensive. He said, why not? If you want a red color car, go for a red color car, and you will get only a red color car. And I was like, nobody has told me till now that what you wish for, you can get it. I have learned all my life that you are a woman, you have to sacrifice, you have to compromise, and you have to, suppress your wishes. So this was a shock for me. He is coming and he's telling me, in spite of you not having money, you can wish for whatever you want and you will get it. And I got it. And it was so wonderful. I'm really proud of myself that I could do that. I could create that.
Let me ask you. This is time after you have now gotten well. It's like now a restoration time. Or when is this time?
Now is the time. It took me a long time. It took me 6 years to come to this point. But now I have done lot of inner work. I have understood. I have done lot of letting go, lot of releasing, and always in gratitude, always being thankful for whatever I have. I am so thankful to God for whatever work I have got. Now I took up, Frederick, whatever work I took up in the beginning. And now I'm making good choices. Like I took English class, German class, teaching children, teaching in school, cooking class, whatever I got, everything I took. And now slowly things are aligning for me. I told before 2-3 years somebody that I want to open a website. I want to make a website, and I want to make my own videos and meditation videos and all. And now he's coming from himself and he's telling me, I'm ready to do it. And when are we going to do it? Are you going to make it your main business or not? And I said, I wanted to do it. And now it's coming up. So I don't need to do this small things everywhere and deplete my energy in too many places instead of concentrating only on one thing. I wanted to do it. I was thinking about it, but I didn't know how to go about. And suddenly things are now coming to me. And I'm so happy that you don't have to actually do anything. You just have to think positive. And things are happening. And this has started happening only after living a breatharian lifestyle. Till I didn't have any work. I was totally a breatharian. That means I did not have any food, any water, and my lifestyle was going wonderful. I was enjoying that. But then from September 2021, I started eating because I could not take the stress of the whole day work and evening work and come home and then be there for my daughter and all. It was just too much for me. Too much energy was getting depleted, and I didn't know how to gather that energy. But now I have understood energy cultivation, and I have understood that food or going without food will come automatically if you have abundance in your mind. We start the other way around. It is like, you concentrate on makeup to look beautiful instead of cleaning yourself from within. The moment you clean yourself from within, you don't need any makeup. You will look beautiful. So the same thing is with energy. If you have lot of energy, you will not need the craving or the that hunger or that need to have dense energy, that is food. So instead of concentrating all the time on food, because I could not control the food, I started concentrating on everything else. And to a lot, to a lot of extent, I could do it also. Like, I started sleeping less because I ate only one time, but I ate. And first it was that I used to have fruit juices. I did not touch any cooked food, nothing. Then I had financial problems, so I started having liquids. So I used to have teas, herbal teas, and water. I didn't have any fruits. um, and then after a period of time, I could not have fruits because fruits were too sweet for me. It was too dense for me because I was having like only herbal chamomile tea or ginger tea, or so that's very thin, and then I could not have anything thick. It was or heavy, so I could not have fruit juices. Then came a time that I started working a lot, and because of that emotions, that lot of that negative emotions, I work in a place where I have to continuously scold the children and tell them, no, don't do this, no, don't go there, no, don't talk like this. And this constant resistance which I was accumulating in my mind and giving out, that gave me that cravings for more and more food, and I could not control it. I did not know what to do about it. I said, totally, I was totally gone away from food. How am I coming back? And I don't know how to go back to this breatharian lifestyle. And then Elitom told me that because you didn't stay enough in your food cycle. He said, stay there for 5 years, 10 years, till you don't have that craving. So, why do we need food? Because we have that wonderful, sweet, nice, delicious craving, that memory that we have. That when I was small, I loved those pancakes, or I loved those that type of food or this type of food, and I want to have that again. But now, when you have your frequency is very high, even if you eat that food will not taste that good, or they will not taste at all. So what happened with me is I was eating food only to calm down my emotions. I was not liking the food at all because my frequency was high, but I could not control my emotions. Then slowly I learned that whenever I come home, I have to just sit in meditation, I have to just do deep breathing. But when you are totally stressed out, you can't breathe deep. I couldn't deep breathe, and I didn't know how to manage that. So I went for nature walks, then I did cycling, and I did many other things to just um, see what works for me, which types of energy works for me. And then after some time, it became like a play. It became very easy. First it was very difficult, it was lot of pain. Oh my god, now how do I control my food? You don't have to control food. The minute that you think that I want to control my food, that is when your mind starts coming in between. You don't allow your mind to come in between because you enjoy doing other things so good, so well, that that the mind is diverted in other things and does not need food at all. When you are concentrating on your book or your film, an interesting film or something like that, you are not bothered to eat food. No, yeah, that it's so, you're so much into that film, or you're so much into that book or that work that you are doing, you're not bothered about food at all. Only after that is finished, then you will think, yeah, it's been 4 hours, I haven't had food. So with energy also, it's exactly like that. I started then doing sun gazing. That gave me a lot of energy, and sun gazing also helped me a lot of with my vision. I had little vision problems and they were totally gone. And it didn't take too many days, 2-3 days of sun gazing, and I used to feel like there's a lot of power in my eyes. I though became very black, but
But how long were you doing the sun gazing? Like when you gaze at the sun, how many minutes or how many seconds?
like how that Ratan Manek has said, he says that you have to start with 10 seconds and keep increasing 10 seconds every day. And in 3 months, you will be like doing 15 minutes. And in 9 months, you will complete 45 minutes. And in after that 45 minutes, you don't need to do sun gazing at all.
Ah.
So he said that after 9 months, you have slowly increased your capacity. And he says, even if you do 45 minutes every day, you are not going to have the benefits in one day. You will have benefits only after 9 days, because the pineal gland, which is totally calcified, it will take that much time. Your body will take that much time to adjust, to absorb this subtle energy. It will not happen within a day.
Good point. Very good point.
So that helps me a lot. I do also moon gazing, sun gazing, whatever, whenever because I get up, I sleep at 11, 12, and I get up by 2, 2:30, and I don't know what to do. And at night, I don't want to again switch on the light and work or do something, because again, then I am disturbing my circadian cycle and disturbing my melatonin, which I don't want to do. And then I do some breathing exercise, some yoga exercises, some meditation, and some moon watching. And yeah, nights are like playing with energy, some mantra chanting if there is little more time.
One thing that is coming very powerful for me here today is that aspect of cleaning yourself inside. First of all, you started very strongly, loving yourself. Then doing the cleaning. It means I felt like when you are talking, this is what came into my mind. It means that if somebody gets into this, I'm not eating, I'm not going to eat, what, and your emotions, you're not working on them. You're not working on that releasing, taking out those negative emotions. Actually, you could be doing harm to yourself. Because again, like for you,
mental detox is much more important than physical detox. Yeah, yes, I think I sent it to Erica today itself. Today I had sent her something because she was telling me that I'll do liver flush and I'll do this and I'll do that. And I said, let be more in a being state than a doing state. We do lot of things, cleanse this and cleanse that. Yes, fasting is important, cleansing is important. I don't say that it's not important, but more important is that inner freedom in your mind, that abundance in your mind, that gratitude in your mind. With that, even if you drink one glass of water, it will be sufficient. Otherwise, you will do on cleansing and cleansing and cleansing. It will not be sufficient, because here that it's not sufficient. There is scarcity here in the mind.
Wow. Hey, I'm wishing everybody should be hearing this, especially those who have known about fasting, because it has become too much physical, until some people are even putting it like competition. Me, I've done this long. How many have you done?
Yeah, and after that also, we cannot make it somehow our lifestyle. Why can't we make it our lifestyle? Because our whole concentration is how long can I stretch. And stretching is like, if after 2 days, after 5 days, or after 10 days I have hunger feeling, and then I stretch myself that I have to complete this 15 days, because logically I know that at the 15th day I will be released of the third acidic phase also, and then I will be totally clean. So logically I know, but I stretch and stretch. That means my body doesn't want it. My body is not ready yet for it. The energy is not coming in. But I stretch myself, I dehydrate myself, so that I can make my body strong. The body becomes strong, but the mind does not become strong. The mind keeps craving. That is why after fasting, it becomes difficult for you again. Refeeding for a day or two and again fasting. Or if you do that for a longer period of time, then somewhere you break. See, there are so many breatharians. They have fasted for 4 years, 5 years, some 10 years, but after that they have broken. So what is the reason that after being for such a long time and loving and enjoying this freedom, they want to again go into the bondage of food? Why do they would they want to go again in a denser energy when they love this subtler energy? Do you understand? Because you have not
You know what's now mixing me up? I'm not mixing up, but
that because the thing
is there
mentally you were never free, physically you were free, mentally you were not free. You thought that to be in a social circle, to be in a group, I need to eat. If I have that guilt within me, I cannot communicate properly with people, and people will not accept me the way I am. I'll give you an example. After I had cancer, I decided to, and my ex-husband just took away the children to India, and I was all alone here in Germany. I didn't have any friends. I could not cook. I didn't know what to do. And so I thought that, okay, I will just go to visit some places, and so I don't have to cook, and everything will be taken care of. I'll not be alone. I'll be in a group, and that's wonderful. But when everybody asked me that, everybody comes so for travel and tourism, na? So I went to Spain, I went to Italy, and in a bus, because I could not travel in flight. So when I used to go in bus, everybody used to ask me, why are you alone? Why are you alone? I had to answer everybody. I am alone because I am not well. My husband is taking care of my children. And I'm asking myself, why do I need to justify myself? Why am I justifying each and every person who is asking me, why are you alone? Because I am feeling guilty all the time. What will people think of me? I'm all the time thinking about how am I portraying myself. I'm so conscious about what I am. I I think that I am not perfect the way I am. If I am perfect the way I am, if I have accepted myself, if I love myself the way I am, then where is the problem? I can say, I just love, I enjoy being here and going out and seeing new places. Why can't I say that? Why do I have to explain about my husband and my children? They have not asked me. Why am I saying that? That is my inner fear. That is my emotional disturbance, which I have not been able to cure. I'll tell you, I've stopped using soap. I have stopped using makeup at all. I've stopped using shampoo at all. And it was difficult for me. It was difficult that I have white hair, and to show off that white hair, it was difficult not to have any makeup. It was difficult not to have any sunscreen. It was difficult. It was difficult not to use any soap. It was difficult not to use any toothpaste. It was difficult to sleep only on the ground. I think it's been 2 years I sleep on the floor.
No mattress. No bed.
No bed.
How about covering? Do you cover yourself?
I just put thin linen bed sheet, and I sleep on it.
Wow. Hard floor, hard.
And yes, and I have it with pyramid.
Yeah, can I ask you something about this called the levels of detoxification? Can we say, not even the levels, or maybe the types? Can we talk about something like we have physical one, the body, the mental one, that could be psychological, also spiritual one, emotional. Do you have? By the way, there's so many, but I'm really running here and there. Is that direct link between the emotional and the mental or the psychological? Can you talk about that maybe?
The emotional one takes the longest time to go. It will take minimum 10 to 20 years for the emotional detox to go, to be completely clean. All others are very easy. The physical one, if you don't concentrate on the food, and if you concentrate only on releasing your traumas, on forgiving people, on forgetting things, Brazilian lifestyle is about releasing and renouncing, releasing and renouncing from the material world, releasing your thoughts. So the more you do that, the easier it will be for you. But how much can you do? How much do you want to do? That depends on you. And then I have seen also many people who say that, because I can't do, the grapes are sour. So that is not the right way. And I have tried that and that is not good enough. You should have a balance and it is good to have some food. No, I don't want to do it because this is my capacity and I am happy with this capacity. That is right. But it is not right to say that this is not the right way and you should not go for the extreme and all. No, I cannot go to the extreme because it is too hard for me. And why is it hard for me? Because I am still stuck up here.
Mind. Actually,
My
the
emotions, my mind is my
mm,
heart is my
mm,
emotions. That's my soul. Until my soul is not clear, I am in this materialistic world. I will live in this materialistic world. If somebody tells me that I like food, in spite of knowing logically very well that every food or every water or every air that you drink, everything, every air that you breathe, everything is harmful for your body. So now how do you want to live? If somebody gives you that option, what would you choose?
wow.
You would definitely go for air, yeah, because that is what is the most important thing. So what is the most important thing is your breath. And then also you don't have to take any effort. It happens by itself. Whether you want it or not, you will breathe. Even when you are sleeping, even when you are walking, you are breathing. You are always breathing. It is an automatic process. We just don't have to interfere ourselves in our body and our mind, which we have been doing all the time. And that is why we are creating our own disease, every trauma or every blame that I give to others. I have created that. Every person that I meet,
But
every
then,
people that I meet, and every situation that I'm creating, I have created that.
but then you see what comes to my mind again is like some people are in this pattern and they don't know. Sometimes they just think it is. They say they call it personality. That is my personality. I'm a pessimist. I don't look at the good side of things. I always look at the negative side of things, not knowing that this is going to cost them at a point.
See, Frederick, one thing that I learned in life after cancer is negativity is not an option. You can't be negative. I give radionic frequency, and every negative thought that a person has, how much it harms your organs and which all organs it harms, it shows in that radionic frequency. And then you see, oh my god, just by thinking this thing, I have been thinking this from years. That is why since years you have been decaying one part of your organ, and then the second one and the third one. So if you keep detoxing and detoxing and detoxing, that is good. But what are you thinking? So the moment you think negative, or negative thinking is like any resistance in your body will create an emotional blockage in your body. So if you want to remove emotional blockages to detox your body, the first thing is you have to be positive. Negativity is not an option. You have to be positive.
Day is the day.
If you think
this
you
is
want to be
this is.
healthy, then negativity is not an option. Yeah. There is no option here.
You know what I'm already feeling. I'm like, then we have been taking the wrong direction. Life is fun. Life should be happiness. Life should just be,
Yes,
yeah, play,
but
laughter.
yes, it is play.
Why did we go the other opposite direction?
Cedric, what I learned is, when we in school we go, and we have too many subjects: history, geography, math, science, chemistry. And there are some subjects you like and you think because I like them, it's very easy for me. Like for me, um, Elitom had taught us Qigong, Elitom had taught us many other breath work, but I have been doing yoga, I have been doing my breathing exercises, which I learned from my Guruji since many years. And then he said, your body is used to this, that your body has memory of this. Then continue what you have been continuing for last 40 years. And I have been doing that. But I remembered that in this all chaos of life, I somewhere forgot the basic principle what my Guruji had taught me, to breathe, nothing else. Life is only breath, nothing else. And that happens by itself. You don't have to do anything. So actually, it is a non-doing state.
Wow.
And in that non-doing, when you don't have any resistance, you are full of love, you are full of abundance. And in that abundance comes from positivity. In that positivity, you create wonderful things. You choose the right situations, you choose the right people in your life, you attract the right people in your life.
It has reminded me of something from our holy scriptures that talks about worry. Why should you worry about anything? Well, you cannot even add one, I don't know, one word for the air, your hair or something. It's somewhere in the scriptures that you should not worry about anything.
See,
Yeah.
the scriptures say, Frederick, all the scriptures.
Leave.
Trust God. Have faith in Him. Let Him do the work. You just trust Him. That means you don't actually have to do anything. Give your sorrows to Him. Yeah. So if the sorrows are there, He is going to take care of it. What I have to do is nothing. So if I don't have to do anything, where is the problem?
I tell you today, I wish you started this way. But you know what I'm feeling? It is like a growth. We started with more of physical, not knowing that this was a
I was shocked when,
because if we talk about spiritual, it's endless.
you know Maria, she came to your class once. She was with Elitom, and she has given you one seminar. And I was shocked when I asked her, what do you eat? Because we are always interested in people, how much do they eat, and if she lives a breatharian lifestyle, if she does she drink water, or does she not drink water? And she told me, I never look at energy as food. I look at energy as energy. Whenever I need energy, that means I need to meditate. That means I need to relax. I can sleep, I can meditate, I can do breath work, I can go for a walk, I can jog, I can do sun gazing. There are so many ways of getting energy. I'll do whatever in the moment I feel like. I can play with it, I can enjoy. If today morning I get up and do meditate, I meditate. Tomorrow morning I may not. I may do some yoga, I may do something else. Whatever my body is feeling at that time. But I had been all the time so rigid that no, you have to get up at this time only, you have to do first pranayam, after that yoga, after that meditation, after that this, and after that. And everything had become so mechanical, everything had become so much a burden instead of joy.
Programmed.
Yeah. And now detox, and then I used to buy so many fruits, and I used to do fresh pressed juices and fresh pressed fruits. And in the beginning I used to tape my mouth so that I don't keep eating something or the other, because I was so used to it, unconsciously putting something into my mouth first. And second, I noticed that the more I talk, the more energy I deplete. So that to avoid talking, I used to tape my mouth, which helped me. But ultimately I realized I was putting so much burden and so much stress on my body that I was not enjoying the process.
I want to tell you something that I've experienced with also myself. As you're talking, things open. I realize that any time I wake up in the morning with a good mood, and that mood I always know the excellent one, the most best one, I wake up and I'm singing. I get to some song, I'm just happy with everyone. I start greeting everyone everywhere. That day, by the end of the day, something very wonderful will have happened for me. It's like I've created it. And I realized that, at a point I was thinking, okay, it is during the fasting only. But now I've come to realize at a time, even when I'm not fasting, I just have that. So long as I have that good mood, that the consistent one, not the temporal one, a consistent one that goes and goes and goes,
And you
something
know, when
good
do you
must
have that
always
mood?
happen.
Have you realized when do you have that mood?
Yeah, sorry.
Have you realized when do you have that good mood? How does it come?
Most of the time, for me, one, I thought for the beginning, I always thought that it was only through dry fast, through the time I'm fasting. But now I realize that after relaxing, when I just do a good relaxation, the
Yes.
mood will come automatically. I think it goes with also the release that you are
Stress
talking
your
about.
mind and your body to do something, you know. You just
Mm.
release everything from your mind and your
Mhm.
body. That I am free. The moment you feel free within your mind, you will be free from your body, and you will be in such a loving state. You will enjoy and love everything so much. And
Yeah.
that joy, everybody can see that joy in your eyes, in your face, everything, you know, they can see you shining.
Wow, this is so powerful, because if this alone, if this can be practiced by everyone, before we go to fasting, before we go to things, issues of living food, this is one thing that everybody should know first. Because, by the way, this Satmaka likes telling us that even when you're going to fasting, when you are going to the fast, before even starting the fast, you should have a very positive mood. And if you realize that you have lost your mood, your positivity, you should stop the fast, because it becomes now destructive to you. He keeps on telling us this, but you have brought it in a better way, living it. It is not about at some moments. It is something that we do. It's the moment. So long as you are breathing, every time we are alive, we should have it. And now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think
Before
a
Frederick,
person
you
can reach?
ask, sorry,
Hmm.
before
You
you
are
ask,
here.
yes, this is
Welcome,
Edith.
welcome, my lost sister. This is my sister
Yeah,
that
this is Edith.
hid herself
Yeah,
somewhere. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. You both sound so excited. I missed the beginning. Can you give us the story, a short one, just a brief? What are you talking about? Because you're really both excited. Because I also want to capture that.
Because the content is mighty. By the way, you're going to listen, you're going to realize that sometimes we have been taking the wrong direction. You know, when we becoming too physical, then we are losing the point. Anyway, let it talk, please.
I was
Go on.
telling that we just do the other way round. We concentrate only on our energy levels, and just to know our energy levels, whether they are good or not, it's like being positive or not positive. The moment you are positive, your energy levels or your vibrations will go up by itself. And when you have high vibrations, you don't miss the food at all. So instead of thinking about food and not having food, you know the small exercise that we keep doing is close your eyes and think, I don't want ice cream. If you say I don't want ice cream, you will be craving only for ice cream, because that is what you are seeing. You're closing your eyes and seeing ice cream.
Correct.
And
Yes.
and so instead of saying I don't want food, just leave the food aside. Just be so happy within, and just be in so much abundance and joy that food will not come. And then even if it comes, it's okay. You will enjoy that food so thoroughly, and it can be anything. And I thought, I was a strict believer that you should have only Ayurvedic food, and after that no, only fruit juices and only fruits, and after that no, only liquids, and after that only water. That is all that you can have at the most, or you can't have anything. And I was following that too, but I was being so strict on myself, I was giving so much stress to myself, that I was not able to enjoy this joy and this happiness, and that inner freedom was not there. The moment I said I can have anything in the world, just by saying that, by thinking that, I was like, wow, I can have everything. But and it was
I
not that
see.
if I would have also anything else, I would not like it, because now my body is at different level. I have trained my body from a denser food to a lighter food. And even if I try to have a denser food, it's either too heavy for me, it's too sweet for me, too salty for me, or I'll have stomach ache, or I'll have, my throat will start burning. So it will start showing all types of symptoms that it is not for you. I know that, but that mental release that I can have everything and I can do anything, that releases the pressure that I have to do anything in fasting. So fasting is not now a 10-day or 15-day fasting, it is a lifestyle. And when it becomes a lifestyle, you fast your way out, and in between, if you think that I really need to eat something which I will thoroughly enjoy, then you eat it. And it can be your coffee, it can be your avocado, it can be your chocolate, or it can be anything that you want.
Without guilt, without the guilt of,
Correct.
I have not
There.
fasted the way I wanted. Oh, I have not reached the target. No, it is your life you are living. I got you very well.
And then you see what happens. Somebody starts feeling like a failure because you are not able to fast as you had planned. So you keep on failing. So initially you start feeling like you're a failure all the time, because that what you've said is quite powerful, because when we listen to all these people who've been fasting 3 days, 5 days, 9 days, and you are not even able to complete a proper 24-hour, you end up feeling like a failure. But I see now what you're talking about. It's quite powerful. Thank you for sharing.
You know what I'm thinking now? How do we generate at a point where now we reach? Okay, number one, you have given us a good reason. We have release, but then I want to remain at a very elevated point where I am really joyful, happy, rejoicing. Even if I go through the fast now, I get into the fast with that state. Maybe during the fasting I'll expand it.
What I do now is like,
not people, it's the truth that when you get out of food, sorry?
Yeah. Frederick, please complete.
Yeah, when you get off food, it is easier now to even have that lighter mode. You find that and then the joy also flows. But now for me, I'm feeling like I need to have this joy even before the fast, and then during the fast it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And when I'm also stopping the fast, it should be multiplying, not going.
Yes.
When you find somebody breaks the fast and then is losing all the gains that you have already gotten. So I just want the maintenance of this elevated point where you are always rejoicing, you are always happy, whether I'm fasting, whether on breaking the fast, whether any time, whether in the fast or not in the fast, just being in that elevated, remaining in that happiness, joy, or something like that level of elevation.
Frederick, the easiest way to do that is not think about food, but to think about energy. So now it is breakfast time. What energy cultivation have I done at this time? Have I meditated? Have I just whatever time I have? If I have only 5 minutes, did I do some sun gazing, or did I just close my eyes and do some deep breathing, or just I enjoyed little gardening, or just I enjoyed laughing with my kid? What did I do? That 5 minutes or the 10 minutes, when you have your breakfast, 10 to 15 minutes, that 10-15 minutes, what did I do? Was it my time? And if you have done something like that, I had already my breakfast. I had my lunch, and I had my dinner. I don't need to have food every day. So instead of telling that I am fasting, no, I'm enjoying. And if I feel energy, if I need energy, there are many different sources of energy where I can get energy. And if I'm not getting energy from any of those sources, see, we eat food. Food is an emotion. Yeah, we need food for emotion. It's a dense matter.
Feel good.
So if you really need food, that means you really cannot control your that emotion. And if you even after meditating, or even after walking, or like that, I have seen 99% of the time it is only the mind that is now stubborn or wants it. My body never wants it. It is in the mind that I decided that I want to eat this food. That is why I want that food. Otherwise, I don't want that.
Because it has been imprinted there. It has been imprinted there for a long time.
No,
since you were a child.
Habit. But
Yeah.
now, because Frederick, we are fasting for a longer period of time, that habit is also not there. So now it is only that stubborn mind that because I thought that I want to eat this food, it came in my mind because of some emotional memory, or because I saw somebody eating, or I smelled something good. So that memory is triggered in me, and because of that I want to have food. See that you will say that, okay, I will eat this food, but tomorrow at 5 p.m. Then tomorrow at 5 p.m. you will not be needing that food now, because now you don't crave that thing. That emotional memory is also now gone. Now you don't want that food.
Wow.
Now you will be wanting something else, because now you have seen something else. I have been playing this game also a lot.
And yeah, thank you. And this happiness is not attached to anything. No material thing in your mind, as in what gives you joy is some material thing. Like sometimes somebody might think, okay, if I get money there, I'll be happy. Or maybe if I get okay. The joy is not attached to any string, no attachment to anything. It's not like it has to be from the source has to be my children, because sometimes I may get a disappointment with them. Maybe my friends, or maybe it has nothing to do with it. I'm actually the generator of this joy. So that the people around me, I'm the sun shining now with joy. The people around me, I influence them with it. I get you very well. I don't know. For me, I think I'm through. I don't have anything more, because what you have said is enough. If somebody has had the situation like you are in,
I just want to tell you, Frederick, that I'm enjoying with the energy, playing with the energy, and I'm enjoying playing with food also. Like I control, I enjoy playing with my mind that, okay, you want to have food? Okay, let's see by night if you want to have the same food. And I see by night I want to have something else now.
Wow.
So then I come
Both
to
become
know, no, my mind is playing with me.
no guilt. Yeah, no guilt. But I see where we have been making that mistake, which we have corrected today. When you are eating, be happy. When you are not eating, also be happy. Happiness has to be happiness throughout, whether when you are eating or when you are not eating. It has to be throughout, consistently, like that. I know some people will still ask or give us a summary or no. What are you talking really about? We're talking about Hetal healing her cancer. But after the cancer is gone, she's now giving us how to remain. Actually, she's correcting what made the cancer come in. That's why we have had this talk, because it's like there were bitterness, there were things like blame games, guilt, all those things. So this is why after the cancer is gone, for it even not to come back again, yes, fasting helped her do this. I remember there's a time she did 14 days, and you can tell them, you are the one who experienced this. You almost, I don't know, you got down on a supermarket, or what happened? You went to supermarket somewhere, and then you felt, okay, this is it.
Yeah, I had gone to 2-3 Ayurveda retreats for 6 weeks. I had done a lot of rehabs also, but it didn't make much difference. And I did all types of fast. I did a lot of liver cleansing, parasitic cleansing, and all those I had done. And I came to a point that, yeah, I had become a total breatharian. I had done a lot of inner work and shadow work and all types of meditations, and I've done everything. On the physical level, I had done a lot of things, and I had come to a state where I didn't need any food and water. But still, I was under a lot of stress to maintain that rhythm, to maintain that cycle, and to avoid people, to get annoyed when people don't agree to me or cannot accept me. And I was not living in that joy. Yeah, I used to look good, and people used to say that you look young. That was the only part which I used to like. But people cannot accept somebody who is not normal, and then they start criticizing you. That is why I used to avoid people. And somewhere I was irritated in the mind with everything. But now I'm not at all irritated. I am so happy, and it's become such playful for everything for me. And then people, I attract such people who accept me the way I am. They are not bothered to ask me whether you need food or you need water. And if they ask me, I say no, and then there is nothing, no more asking or talking. You don't want? Okay, let's continue further. And that is the best part, that guilt which was there within me. When I could remove that guilt within me, nobody else, I think it was only me reflecting everywhere. So most of the time, it is the other person is only your reflection.
It is something we create. And then I'm feeling even the environment around you. You have an aura, something that covers around you. So everybody else now comes under that aura. That's why when you get into a place, people just get happy. People just get happy. That is it. That is it. I'm really happy for this discussion you have today. So people will have to, anyway, all those things are just simple. You have just to detox not just the physical one, detox also the emotion, and the emotions are directly connected with your mind. So what you think must be. Actually, if I see just the Bible. Even when we're talking about waking up in the morning, talk to 5 people, prayer, it's just going like that. These things are just going like that. And detox is like cleansing, releasing, forgiving,
Thanking.
Yeah, and then now elevated that mindset of elevation, not mindset, but the real being, the whole of you. Because what you're talking about is not just something like it's just somewhere in your mind. It's in your heart. It's in your body. It's everywhere. If it's joy, it is peace. You have it everywhere. You have peace with your body. You have peace with your mind. You have peace in your soul. Everywhere. Yeah. So, so thank you so much, Ita. I feel like we are going to have you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know if somebody has a question, you have any clarification or anything before she goes, because we have been here almost an hour. If there's none, thank you. And I know so many people are going to find this very helpful, especially those in
thank you so much.
Yeah, most welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.